Trax Records on a busy Denver street. This is their new shop, only new in here, and then next door, right down there, they got their used stuff. Very cool place. All new product. That's a lot of new product. Overflow area, some blues. Nice selection of world music. That's a lot of new stuff. So this is the used store for wax and Trax. They have a store for their new stuff, which is next door, and for their old stuff. A lot of stuff. This is the used store. It's Bootsy, baby. That's pretty cool. Oh, Lord. This thing's decorated up, man. The hardest part about these stores, there's so much to look at that it gets overwhelming. Jazz. Very nice selection of jazz cassettes. L7. God, that's great. Just some phenomenally cool posters. Christmas for that old goat if you're watching. Extra boxes. Soul and R&B. This place was recommended by a number of different people on my way to Denver. My past trips to Denver, I've never been here. 12-inch singles. A hell of a lot of them. You got country. You got the weird and the wacky. Diamond soundtracks. And look at them 45s. My God. My God. Interesting. Those are the new arrivals. Tell me what I missed. Well, it must be Thursday because I'm doing a video, and yeah, I could do this video on Wednesday if I want. I could do it on Friday if I want, but it seems like I'm pretty much stuck at Thursday in the morning, but not early morning. Let's get that right. So the tour, I was at Trax Records. Here's their official t-shirt. Pretty nice. Is that cool? A variety of different colors. The one color I wanted, though, they did not have it in a large. I get large. I can fit into a medium, but and you know, when you get a certain age this year, you better go large because you may not fit into a medium for very long. Maybe someday I should do a video just on all my shirts that I have from record stores. But Trax Records, as I mentioned, 2 buildings. One is only new product. The other one is for used product. And right in between them is a used bookstore. I would almost think it has to be associated with these guys. So, you can say, hey, I only want used, go here, or new. It was kind of a different concept. I appreciated the fact that, you know what, depending on what you want, you knew it was all in that spot. So, I generally will shop the used over the new. And when it's all mixed up, especially when there's a lot of new, sometimes it gets just a little... you can't find what you want. So I did like this concept. Those buildings are pretty old. And hold on a minute. All right, my train of thought's totally gone now. What I was talking about, work, a phone call. So I'm trying to get this squeezed in while I'm at home because I hit the road tomorrow. So these stores, though, they're pretty old. Did you hear those floorboards creaking as I was walking? Like, the 45s were out of this world. How many they had at the used store. So Trax Records in Denver. I'm pretty sure I said that, but it is in Denver. I also went to Twist and Shout, and I will do them on another video. And they're only a couple miles apart. So when when you see one, it's easy to see the other one. So yeah, it was a fun time. So let's show a few records and a little something different. I just got in the very first album I ever bought with my money, with my own money. And suddenly it appeared at my local store. It was like, oh my God, I lost it during the flood. It wasn't like, oh, I got to have that back. But to see it again and go, I want that back. And the very first album I ever bought was Do It Now. And I bought this in Central City, Nebraska, town of about 2,500 people. And there was a clothing store. And in the clothing store, he had a box by the register. And in the box, he had some records. That was it. Now, 45s you could find at the Five and Dime, but they didn't do albums. There was just this box. And it was the first, and here it was, that one record. And I bought it because it had all these people. Look at all these songs I would get. Because, I was buying 45s. It's like, wow, I can have all these artists. It's like listening to the radio. So it starts with the Beatles, Nowhere Man. That was pretty good. I knew that song. The next song was Melanie. What Have They Done to My Song, Ma? I absolutely detested it. I hate that song. I still hate that song. I don't really like Melanie. I just, growing in rural Nebraska in the late 60s, 70s, we weren't big on anything dealing with hippies. Not a happy hippie Rod. I'm sorry. I apologize for that, but it's the gosh darn truth. It was just, it's a hippie. They're naked. Did they wash? Long hair. They got to cut their hair. Growing up in the Midwest. All right, the third song, Crazy Elephant, Gimme, Gimme Good Lovin'. This was a song I adored, I loved, and I could never find that album, and Dylan from Noble Records, maybe 4 years ago, sent me that, and after I lost it in the flood, I found another one. I mean, it's not that hard to find. I just never could find it. Then it goes into B.J. Thomas, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, and every time I hear that, I want to cry because I really don't like it. Then Mel and Tim, Backfield in Motion. Whatever. Jimi Hendrix, Red House. Now, I was not a Jimi Hendrix fan. Jimi Hendrix kind of was scary, He had this wild hair. And again, out in San Francisco, there was sin and inequity going on out there. But obviously, I've learned to I do really like Jimi Hendrix now. Then there's Tea Garden and Van Winkle. God, Love, and Rock and Roll. I can't think. I don't. That song is so unmemorable for me. It just, I don't know. I guess I listened to it. Neil Diamond came next. Mr. Bojangles. We used to have to sing that in choir. I wasn't a fan. The Association, Along Comes Mary. I memorized every lyric of that one. Love that song. Jefferson Airplane, Somebody to Love. Considering that came out of San Francisco, that was a really cool song. Then Janis Joplin, Down on Me. Now I like it, but back then, nope. Buffalo Springfield, Flying on the Ground is Wrong. Love that song. I like the sound of it. Richie Havens, Minstrel from Gaul. I thought that was stupid. The Turtles, Happy Together. That was my kind of song back then. And again, I memorized that one. Imagine me and you. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl. See? Boom. There's not a lot up there anymore, but that one is. Hold on. I haven't had phone calls much all day until I start this. Oh, well, that's the way it is. Steam's on here. Hey, kiss 'em goodbye. Absolutely thought that was great. The Byrds, Artificial Energy. That's my favorite Byrds song. Why? Because of this. Ides of March, Vehicle. That was another one of these songs. I want to find this album, and I'd finally found it. I mean, oh my God, I was in love with that song. Eric Burdon, When I Was Young, I just thought it sounded kind of creepy. Donovan, Sunshine Superman. If I want one Donovan song, that is the Donovan song, though Mellow Yellow's pretty cool. And the Five Stair Steps, Ooh Child. Wow. I mean, so there you go. That's what was on this thing. This was my first. This introduced me to all these artists. Some I didn't like, some I did. But I went out and bought myself a little tape recorder, you know, where you had to press record and play at the same time and put my favorites on there. So that's great. The other albums are albums that make you smile. On Facebook, Daryl Vickers is he had a channel Off the Beaten Tracks, and he hasn't done videos, but I loved his channel, and I follow him on Facebook, and he's just the funniest guy. He follows my channel, and he has more stories than anybody in the world that are great. But he has a thing about Smile of the Day. And I recently got in some albums that make you smile. And I just want to show these real quick. Albums that make you smile. We have Men Without Hats. We can dance if we want to. You can leave your life behind if your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. How can you not smile? That is such a fun song. You know, is the whole album great? Not really. But it's upbeat, it's happy, it's poppy, it makes you smile, and just kind of go, jump around the room, and because we can dance if we want to. So this makes you smile. And, well, if you're going to smile about that, da 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 da, pop goes the world. Boom. Fun song. Pop Goes the World. So another Men Without Hats. I don't know if they had a third album or not. It doesn't matter. I just know they had 2 hits. I liked them both. I really, really, really liked them. Look, they got a snowman guy. I mean, how cool is that? I think he was in the video. They added a female bass player on this. The album cover itself is absolutely great. It's a fun video, just like, the other one, The Safety Dance was a fun video. This one, Pop Goes the World. Just, there it was. Super cheap, both of them. Did I need it? No. Does this add to my collection where I don't have any room? Yes. But, dang, they make me smile. Another one that makes you smile. I'm in love with the other woman. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, bum. God, that's a cool song. He made a lot of songs that, there's reasons why he's cheating because he's not getting anything. Or, there's good reasons. Oh, come on. He really blames the gal, I think, a lot of times. But he had some great hits. There's some crap on this too, don't get me wrong. Ghostbusters is not on this, which is fine, but it had the other woman, Jack and Jill, and You Can't Change That. That's a really good one. You could try to, it isn't worth for me to get the albums. I was in a store in Detroit. They had like 5 of these. I mean, I guess it's big in Detroit, but it's not worth anything. So I found the best looking one and bought it so I could have, look how smiley. I mean, how could you not smile when you listen to Ray Parker and you hear about cheating? But it's okay because you were done wrong, so there you go. Another one about smiling. These Boots by Nancy Sinatra. My wife saw this in my stack and she goes, I want you to play that for me sometimes. What? Yeah, you should play that for me sometime. Huh? She's never said that before. There it is. So how about that? My wife asked to hear something played. Now, will she come through with that? Maybe not. But this one's in mono. It is so nice, so clean, very beautiful, great shape. Sounds wonderful. Trax Records. Nice inner sleeve. Of course, these boots are made for walking. It just makes you smile. It's just fun 60s. As tears go by, Day Tripper, It Ain't Me, Babe. Run for Your Life, another Beatles one. So Long, Babe. In My Room. Just fun stuff. Her and Hazelwood. And, yeah. It makes you smile. And the final one to make you smile, and again, these smile ones, really, I didn't need them. Now it just takes room, but, we're addicted to love. You're going to have to face it, you're addicted to love.
Jesus, what a fun song. Best video, you know, I think about that. Unless you're too young to remember that. But my God, when Robert Plant did that with those supermodel playing the instruments, holy cow, that was something else. And so look at that. Oh, the sticker's still on $3.99. I probably paid too much for it. I used to have this, and there it was. It's super cheap. He's smiling. I'm smiling when I'm listening to it. It's an album that makes you smile. And should music make you smile? I think so. I mean, it's all the you know, we got enough stuff going on in our life. And there's times, you know, music should take us away from the other crap and just make us smile as we go to another place. So, albums that make you smile, along with the very first album I ever had. So, there you have it. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye.